we got a lot to do today. First off, we gotta run to Longview, Washington. Get some cutting pads for the boat buffing job. Second off, we gotta hurry back to the marina. Start buffing like a buffalo. We gotta buff a lot. The boat is big. We're back. Just walking from the entrance out to Ondine, I got asked by 2 more people if I was interested in doing some work for them. They must have caught word that I was helping people out around the marina. So I don't think I'm gonna have any problems finding work. Speaking of work, we need to get to work. Well, I think that's gonna be about all the time I have left to buff. I'm gonna clean up, probably got crap all over my face. Let's skip all that nonsense and get straight to third off. A little bit of you and me time. Q&A time. Before we start this Q&A, I gotta light a candle. Because I wasn't kidding 2 days ago when I said birds moved in here for a little bit. Also, I have had this candle for a long time, and I never light it. Set the mood. Now my eyeballs smell like apple cinnamon medley. Perfect. This is actually a really cool moment for me because like 3 months ago when I started my YouTube channel, I started off by doing like a 2-part series called Midnight Munchies Q&A, where I just get really weird, eat some gnarly food, and then answer questions that my friends and family sent me. Today is the first time I'm back in my boat answering legitimate questions from my subscribers, and that just makes me feel very happy. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's answer some questions that you guys sent me. So Mason Yancey asks, what are the non-obvious disadvantages to living in your car? First of all, I have no idea because I only recognize obvious things. I would say exposure because since you're living in a home that's mobile, that you park anywhere that you see fit, the exposure not only to the elements is always there, but your exposure to animals, to people, planes, trains, automobiles. If you were to move your house every night to a new neighborhood, move your house to a new environment every night, in a lot of ways you're not 100% prepared because you don't know that terrain very well. You know, living in a neighborhood in a permanent spot, you start to pick up those kind of things. Tommy, if you see old Jim, don't take the piece of candy from him. What ends up happening is you basically are always on the lookout, constantly looking, scanning the horizons. You don't know the terrain, so you just got to be super careful. Now on the contrary, Mason also asks, what are the advantages? Sleeper. You don't have an RV, you don't have a tent, you have a freaking car. You can pull up almost anywhere, make sure you're not parking where it's a trespassing area or a no parking area, and you can get away with pretty much sleeping anywhere. Next question. Minnesota. Wisconsin. What the heck about them? Suleimanbek, I believe I'm saying it properly now. They ask, do you have any family members nearby? The answer is yes. I have some cousins in Eugene. But primarily, most of my family lives back in Minnesota and Wisconsin. On my mom's side, freaking Wisconsin. My dad's side, freaking Minnesota. I have a couple random family members who live spread out across America, but honestly, like 99% live in Minnesota or Wisconsin. And actually, out of my close friend group back there, I'm like the only one who's left. People who grew up in Wisconsin honestly tend to stay in Wisconsin. They don't find any need to leave, which, gotta respect everyone's choices. For me, I wanted to start my own adventure, create my own story. Great freaking question.